Look, if you want that job, you want that promotion, you want that happy circle of friends, you want to stand up and speak up for yourself and demand what you deserve, you have to build your confidence. There's simply no other way. Your brain should work as smoothly in public, in front of people, in high stress situation as it does at home when you are calm and on your own. That's the gap that you have to bridge. My name is Rai. I'm a former media presenter and director, and confidence has been my livelihood. So in this video, I'm going to tell you everything I know about building confidence and being able to speak up anywhere and everywhere confidently. Now, I went through a ton of videos on YouTube, and almost everywhere, the motivational speakers have claimed that confidence is not by birth. Nobody is born with confidence. You build it along the way by repeating activities regularly. But I beg to differ. Because if you think about it, everybody is born with 200% confidence. How do I know this? From babies and toddlers. Who is more confident than a baby? A baby's cry is the loudest voice in the room. A toddler will go up and ask for whatever he wants without any hesitation. And they will keep asking till you give in. So it's safe to say that you were actually born with confidence, but something happened along the way and it chipped away your confidence. In this video, I will not only talk about what took away your confidence, but I will also give you practical steps on how to rebuild it. It will be like spotting a bug in a software and then fixing it. Rewrite the program. So once you know how to rewrite the conversation in your brain, you can go after whatever you want. Now in this video, I'm going to treat you like an onion. I'm going to peel your layers one by one till we can get to the bottom of this problem and figure out why you lack confidence in the first place. Because we've already established that you were confident at birth. Number one, parents. Yes, they love us. They want so much for us. They help us dream big, but at the same time, there are certain things they do in certain ways that does affect our confidence. For example, suppose you want to learn driving. Now, one parent says, all right, start driving. You can do this, but make sure that you're careful. Every day, you only drive as much as you're confident with. When you're confident with 10 kilometers per hour, only then move to 20 kilometers per hour. And the other parent says, oh my God, are you sure you want to drive? Because the roads are so bad, people cross the streets so horribly. And are you even sure you have the knack for it? Because a lot of people do not actually have the aptitude for driving. These two approaches are both out of concern. They both want you to stay alive. But one helps us thrive, the other reduces us to survival mode. So now you have to look back at your childhood and figure out what were those conversations in your house. Did they say you can't do this because you're a girl? Did they say you can't do this because you're poor? So I need you to think back to your childhood and figure out what were those conversations that became navigating factors, a kind of compass in your brain, telling you what you can or cannot do. I remember my parents constantly telling that we are not a business family, we will never be good at business. So nobody in our family got into business. Nobody. Don't you think that's weird that nobody in a family, extended family, nobody gets into business, like they're so commerce adverse? This cannot be natural. This has to be by design. This has to be because of the conversations that has happened in the family. Rewrite the conversation in your brain. Whatever you were told, you will tell yourself the opposite. Now let me tell you something. You cannot be confident in the outside world if you're not confident inside your home. It has to start with your family. When a family member tells you something that is not encouraging, that is not confidence boosting, and comes from a place of ignorance, then you need to stand up for yourself. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be cold. You can be warm, you can be nice, and still place your point. Why you think that is judgmental and why you think that is not helpful. That is the solution number one. The second thing that takes away our confidence more than most times is the kind of background we come from. Most of us come from humble, middle-class background, and that weighs heavily on us for the rest of our lives. Even when we have a little bit of money, our mentality is still very conservative and we are still not able to take chances or speak up. There's a certain kind of psychological fear factor that works within us. So when we walk into a high-class restaurant or when we enter a workplace that's really swanky and cool, we feel a little out of place. We feel like this is too much. And when we are faced with people who know how to play golf and tennis and have a club membership, we immediately lose confidence. But it doesn't have to be that way. No matter what your beginning is, today you end the FOMO. First of all, lose this mindset that whatever clothes you wore, whatever public transport you took is something to be ashamed of. Years of engineering has gone to provide you with that public transport. Same for your clothes. People had to work bloody hard to give you those clothes at those prices. But now, what about the solution? One thing you can do is do sampling. Sampling means doing something or experiencing something for a short time. So if you've never taken tennis lessons or golf lessons, go and take one lesson. Take one experimental class. Go to a restaurant that's really high-end, have one meal. Let's say I am buying a really tiny object from a big brand. While buying that, I went through their entire inventory. Now when someone else is using that item, I can spot that brand, I can spot that logo, I can immediately recognize that fabric, which makes me look that I have been using their products all the time. You don't have to regularly buy them or use them. You can rent them. You can buy them secondhand off Facebook Marketplace. But if that seems to be like an expensive proposition still, there is a cheap way to do that. And that is just look up YouTube, see a lot of videos, and familiarize yourself with the terminologies that is used in these contexts. And before I get to the last and the final point I'm about to make, you might want to take a second to subscribe to this channel. Another very common thing that takes away our confidence is the way we look. Come on, let's face it, not all of us are 10 on 10. What we need to really understand is that that does not matter. Look at Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, how successful they are. If they sat at home thinking, oh, I'm not pretty, they would have never had that career to begin with. And even if you look at the others like Ajay Devgan or Rajnikant, not the most handsome men on the planet. Milind Soman is the most handsome man on the planet, and he is not the #1 actor. More than most times, it's not our looks, it's our presentation. It's our skill set. And the way you can improve your presentation is #1, working on your diet and your physique. Secondly, always be groomed, have your hair properly cut and trimmed. Those are like the basics anybody can do. And when you go into a middle-class neighborhood and you look at all the people, you'll notice that it's not that they're wearing bad clothes and it's not that they're bad looking, but they're wearing their clothes shabbily. Their hair is all messed up. They haven't had a haircut at the right time. Yes, I understand many times money comes in the way. A lot of work pressure comes in the way. The weather, the horrible hot and humid weather, the rainy season comes in the way. The upkeep is not easy, my friend, and I get that. But that itself shows that you don't have to be underconfident because of the way you look. It's really about the presentation. I hope these tips actually helped you relook at your life and figure out the next steps you're going to take to build up your confidence and win over the world that you live in. My name is Rai. I'm going to sign out of this video, but I hope to see you in the next video as a new subscriber, because this is a new channel and every subscriber is a celebration to me. So go ahead, subscribe, and let's catch up very soon.